Hey everybody, so it's Reed, and this week on Transtastic we're talking about trans marriage. Well, I'm just going to start by reiterating what everyone else said, which is what is trans marriage? Basically, trans marriage would just be if you're married to a trans person. So basically, it's just marriage. As far as laws go, I live in Massachusetts, which was referred to last night by a group of people that I was with by Bestachusetts. So there's that. And in Massachusetts, you are allowed to marry someone with the same gender marker as you, and so basically, gay marriage is legal here. I mean, legal. Whoa, it's not illegal. It's definitely you can marry gay people here. Gay people can get married. So, if you don't have your gender marker changed yet, or if you realize that in the near future it's not going to happen and you are going to get married, then it's not a problem if you live in Massachusetts. August and Emery were talking about if you go to a different state, then it would be recognized as if you got married in Massachusetts, for example, and you went to a place that doesn't allow gay marriage, and you moved to that other state, they said that it would be recognized, but that actually isn't true. Even though it is recognized on a federal level, it's still state by state. So if I got married here and I moved to like Kansas and my gender marker wasn't changed, then they would not recognize my marriage as valid. However, that is not a problem for me because my gender marker is changed almost everywhere. It's only not changed on my passport and on my birth certificate. And I was born in Missouri, so I don't know how to change my birth certificate at all, name or gender marker. And I do believe that you have to present a birth certificate when you do get married, so I can't get married until that happens. Or I could, and it would just be extremely confusing for the people who are marrying me and my future spouse. So that's sad that if you move to a place that it's not recognized on a state level, then your marriage is no longer valid, but that's the way it is right now. And hopefully in the future it won't be like that. I think, like Val said, we are moving toward a place where if you marry someone the same gender marker as you, then it will be recognized. I think we're moving towards that. We're not quite there yet. Thinking about gay marriage actually is important when you're thinking about trans marriage because if you don't have your gender marker changed, then it could be a problem. However, mine is changed with Social Security, so I'm pretty sure that there just won't be a problem at all. I think that's how it works. First of all, whenever I think or say the word marriage, I always think of that scene from Princess Bride when they're getting married.
Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream.
So, that's just what I think of when I think of marriage. If any of you haven't seen The Princess Bride, you should probably go do that because it's a really funny movie. Anyway, moving on. My views about marriage. I do feel like I have always wanted to get married. The household that I grew up in was a little different from Val's. My parents don't really get along, and they never really have. So I've always grown up with fighting, and when I was a kid, I like asked them a lot to get a divorce because that would have made me happy. And as far as divorce goes, I believe that having two happy homes is better than having one unhappy home, and that was the case for me. That's what I wanted, and that never happened. They're still married. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. They still fight, and it still affects me, and I'm 23. So I do believe that if you are going to make the choice to get married, obviously it should be with the person that you are most compatible with in life and that you want to spend forever with and that you're totally in love with. And if you don't find that person by a certain time or whatever, then don't like just rush it, don't force it because that's just, that's why things like my parents happen because, they got married pretty late in the game and, you know, they were dating and they loved each other, so, why not? But they're not very compatible at all. So That sucks. Basically, what I'm saying is there's no age limit on getting married. So if you're like 30 and you're like, oh, I've been dating this person for a while, don't really like love them, but I'm 30, so not getting any younger. That is not a reason to get married. So just, throwing that out there. Me personally, I do want to get married. There's this running joke with me and my girlfriend about, oh, I can't get married till I'm 25 because one day my mom asked me if I was getting married. Like it was like last summer. I was single at the time, and she like asked me if I was getting married anytime soon, and I was just kind of like, I'm single. Like who am I? Who do you think I'm gonna marry right now? She made some remark about how I'm getting old or something. I was 22, and I said I said something about I'm not even 25 yet. And I just kind of threw that out there because I've always felt like, especially in the more recent years, like I'm just not ready to settle down and I'm not ready to get married. And like the age in my mind that I thought of as like the go to age was 25 for whatever reason. So there's this running joke between me and my girlfriend about, oh, you're not 25 yet, so you can't get married. So there's that. So, yeah, so I'm not 25 yet, so I can't even think about marriage right now. I'm only 23. I appreciated Shelley and Everett's video about non-monogamous relationships, and I appreciated their take on all of that. It was like really refreshing to hear. If any of you would like any sort of reading material or whatever about non-monogamous relationships, I do recommend The Ethical Slut to you. The Ethical Slut is like the best book ever, so go do that. As far as like marrying someone, I am similar to with Val. I don't really see myself restricted to a certain gender of who I would marry. I don't really see gender in marriage or relationships. If I'm compatible with them and I like them, then there's no reason why we can't date or see each other or whatever. Same thing with marriage. If I've been with that person and they are the person that I want to be with, gender doesn't really matter to me, or sex for that matter. That's just me. But other than that, that's really all I have to say about marriage. I tried not to say what everyone else said because, that's no fun. I'm the last day, and usually I feel like I'm repeating a lot of what other people say. But I tried not to this time, so fingers crossed. All right, so I will talk to you all next week, and thanks for watching. And go subscribe to me on my personal channel and Instagram and um, Tumblr and everything like that. All right, talk to you later.